Some things we pray for are not necessary. They are not necessary. They are not what? Necessary. We teach the mundane things. We have lowered God's standard. We have lowered them. And so, people striving, making effort to enter into his fullness, they are trying to get the addition that comes with his fullness. There are things that come with his fullness. In other words, as a member of this church, you have access to me. When you start praying to see me, it means that you have short knowledge. Short knowledge is that you don't know how to see Pastor Parker or Pastor Gabriel or Pastor to see me. You start praying, Lord, you have short knowledge. That's what most of us do in church. Our hunger should be to enter into his fullness. Somebody say fullness. The journey into his fullness is a spiritual one. It's what? A spiritual one. And in that journey, God is not looking for takers. He's looking for givers. When your attention, your purpose in church is to be healed, you are a taker. Are we here? Is to have husband, you are a taker. Is to have money, you are a taker. Is to have contact, you are a taker. Are those things wrong? No. But in the journey of the Spirit, God is not looking for takers, receivers, but He's looking for givers. Men who are willing to give their lives, give their time, give their all to kingdom life. Give their lives. When men are being recruited into the army, one of their allegiance is that we are willing to give our lives for this country. Yes, salary is not our ultimate purpose. How much they will be paid, not their goal. Are we here? How much to take home is how much they can give to their nation is their goal. So in this journey of the Spirit, God is looking for givers, men who are willing to give their lives. But the fortunate that we have turned the church to a place to take husband, to take wealth, to take blessings, to take this. Are those things bad? No. We must know the right thing. Why are we here? First thing, why are we here? To worship. Why are we here? To grow into his image. Why are we here? To be mature as disciples. Why are we here? Why are we here? Because Jesus gathered 12. And he brought the 12 to himself first. He brought the 12 to himself first, that he may send them out. The purpose of bringing the 12 to himself is to plant himself in them. You are not going out to tell the world how much money we have. We are not going out to tell the world how much nice face we have. We are going out to tell the world how much of Christ we carry. How much of Christ we carry. And if that becomes your hunger, you have begun the journey. And the journey to carrying Christ and showcasing Christ is a journey to give your all. It's a journey to give your all. Why did I say that we have turned the gospel of Christ to mundane things? Check your testimony. Even in church on Sunday. And when we share the testimony, I just had a breakthrough. I had some amount of money. People will shout. Nobody is coming that I used to be like this in my spiritual life and I have grown to this now. Do you hear it? Even when you say it, nobody will clap for you. There will be no ovation in church. Because the purpose of the house of the Lord has been misplaced. Somebody say, I need to think differently. I need to think differently. Because if you want to manifest kingdom in a world that has forgotten kingdom, You must think differently. Soldiers don't think about their shoes. Have you ever seen a soldier looking for how to dress nice? The moment he's kitted up with that boot, that khaki, is okay. Now you define corporate shoe. Now you define tie. And with that uniform he's wearing, he can stay in the bush for days, months. You wouldn't worry. Even when he's torn, he's not worried. Why? His thinking is to give his life to the security of what? Of the nation. When we come to church, we must allow ourselves to be raised as armies of God. As army of God, your thinking must be different. When we are raised into the fullness of God, hear what happens to you. We enter into his power, number one. And you and I know that one of the keys for making wealth is power. I am the Lord that giveth thee power to make wealth. Yet this man who is entering to his place, did he pray for wealth? His desire is just to enter into God's fullness. But the first thing that happened to him is power. A man who has gotten power, will wealth be hard for him to acquire? Power becomes what you enter into. Number two, you enter into revival. Number three, you enter into effective life. Everything around you begins to work. When you enter into power, you encounter revival, and you become effective. Hear this. Some things will change around you. Some things will change around you. And the first thing you will notice is that your mind, your heart, your will is now under the control of a superior influence. Now you can see struggle. You struggle today to do good, and tomorrow you do evil. But when you enter into that realm of his fullness, and power encounters you, revival encounters you, you become effective. The thing you will now begin to experience is that your mind, your will, your heart, and your faculty will be taking control over. Now, it's at this level that his will is exchanged for your will. At this level, his heart is exchanged. Have you seen people in church that think opposite of how God thinks? People judge sinners in church. The same sinner that God opened the church to raise. People condemn sinners in church. A brother will backslide or fall. They become a topic in the church because your will has not been taken over by God yet. When God takes over your will, your heart, you start thinking like God, because that's so is the reason we gather to raise him. Your will be captured by God's Spirit. Hear me. There are a million of church members that God has not captured their will. When the Lord captures your will, you don't go your way, you go his way. Am I still here? When the Lord captures your will, you don't go your way, you go his way. You don't do your things, you do his things. You don't think like you think like him. You don't act like you act like him. That's to show that he has captured your soul, captured your will, captured your heart. Everything around you revolves around him. Your will, your mind, your heart, your faculty is controlled by his will. Number two, that will happen to you on your journey into his fullness. Your spiritual aim will be different. Just as you come to church now, you fast and pray with a purpose to get husband, with a purpose to get more money, to get job, that aim will change. Because until we understand these things, we will become like them. Now there's no difference between the world and the church anymore. The thing the world go after, the church go after. The thing the church sweat for, the world sweat for, the church sweat for. What makes you different? The aim must change. In your journey into his fullness, having encountered power, having encountered revival, and then you become effective. The next thing that you will be captured, your mind, your will be captured. Then after that one, you will begin to live to fulfill his will by changing your aim.